Have a great 2023. Well, the Indian Army has ordered nearly 2,000 unmanned aerial vehicles, popularly known as UAVs, of various types since the start of the standoff with Galwan, standoff that took place at Galwan with China in 2020. Previously, in Q2 earnings con call, the Hindustan Aeronautics management mentioned that they are developing one rotary UAV of 200 kg class. Now, to get an update on that order opportunity, we're joined by CB Ananthakrishnan, the Chairman and Managing Director at HAL. Mr. Ananthakrishnan, thanks a lot for joining in. So the street is, of course, very excited with these orders. Can you tell us a little bit about this UAV order itself? What kind of opportunity do you have here? In terms of the next 1 to 2 years, how much can you generate, if at all, in revenues? And what would this take your total order book to?
Hello. Yeah, good morning.
Good morning. Go ahead.
Yeah, good morning, madam. I'm audible? Yeah.
Yes, you are audible. Go ahead.
Thank you for this opportunity. Thank you for the opportunity. As far as this first question of the Indian Army having placed around 2,000 drones, it is basically towards that mini and small UAV segment, where HAL is not in. It is meant for reconnaissance and then surveillance and certain logistical support. Our focus has been towards the combat drones, which we have already, as we have already indicated in the RUAV, that is a rotary wing segment. It is a 200 kg, which we are trying to develop. And as far as the other program, where in the fixed wing is the CATS program, as we call it, combat air teaming system, where apart from the mothership, there are almost 6 systems of drones which are lined up basically on the combat segment. So this particular segment, which Indian Army has just now floated, we are not into that.
Okay. So you're saying that the mini and small UAV segment, HAL is not present. You're more into the combat drones. In the first half of the year, the first half of the year, your total order book is about 10,250 odd crores. The fresh orders that you got. Can you tell us what is the visibility in the second half of the year in terms of fresh orders, and what would it take your order book to?
Yeah, as of now, the order book is standing at a healthy around 84,000 crores. And we expect another 6,000 crores from the STT-40, for which the order has already been concluded. Only the documentation part is pending. And apart from this, there is also a visibility in the short term of almost close to 36,000 to 38,000 crores, which we expect it to materialize in the next 6 months. Probably some of which may materialize in the current financial year to the tune of around 15 to 16,000 crores is what we expect, which includes our 25 ALH program, and then towards that AL31 FP engines, which we will have to supply, and then RD33, again, all these engines which are made to be supplied towards the Russian aircraft. So all in all, we see that in the short term, there is an expectancy of around 36,000 crores, which should materialize in the next 6 months. And beyond that, there is also, the program which we are taken up in the R&D front and also on the developed platforms like LUH, LCH, and other STT-40, that should fetch us another order book of almost 60,000 crores. But that will be in 1 to 3 year horizon. And within the next 6 months, it should be almost 24 to 36,000 crores should be the order which it should materialize. This okay, I'm not counting for the repair and overall, which should be an add-on.
Go ahead.
Yeah, repair and overall will be additional order of almost 15,000 crores over and above this on an annualized basis.
Okay, all right. We got the order book, Ms. Ananthakrishnan. Just to confirm your guidance, the last time around you had upped your margin guidance to around 26-27%, and you said you'll grow in single digits for next 2 years, and in FY25 onwards you'll grow in double digits. No change out there, right?
No change on that. We will be at around 8% in the current financial year FY23, and beyond that, next year also it will be around 8%, and after that 8%. It will be a double-digit growth. And 27% what we mentioned was on the EBITDA margins.
Got it. All right. When we last spoke as well, you had mentioned about this Malaysian order, and we were expecting some clarity. You said shortly you all will know in the next 1 month or so. Now 1 month has passed, sir. What is the update out there? Is HAL getting that contract? Or has the Malaysian government preferred maybe another government, the Korean government or something? Because the street has been waiting by for this. Go ahead.
Yeah. But in fact, we have so far not got any communication whether it has been awarded to anyone else other than HAL. But as it looks like the probability of the Malaysian order does not seem to be very bright. As we understand from our sources, the order is likely to be, it may go to some other country. So we are, but communication as such, any written communication so far, it has not been received by HAL. So we still, as per official thing is that we still expect we are still hopeful on the order, but as it looks like the probability is decreasing day by day.
Okay, probability of the Malaysian order is decreasing. The last time you also told us that you're getting some good export order inquiries from other export markets like say Argentina. Anything that's fructifying on that front, and how are export orders doing in general? I mean, what is the visibility like?
In fact, the inquiries have increased. The leads which are coming from the other countries have also increased. There are a lot of countries which are now showing interest on HAL product. As far as the Argentina is concerned, we are in discussions with them for the helicopters. We expect that orders should come through. This is again, all these export orders and international business is something which it depends on so many other factors apart from the product capabilities and the price competitiveness. So we expect, but this Argentina is showing a lot of interest, and we expect positive results from Argentina order. And similarly, Philippines also has shown interest in our helicopters. UAE recently has asked, some leads we have got it from UAE, and the team also will be shortly visiting us to see the product. So, we keep getting a lot of inquiries and leads from the various countries, but at the end of the day, how much of these leads will get converted into business, we will have to wait and see.
Okay.
Philippines, Argentina, and UAE. These are inquiries for helicopters, as you're saying. But as you say, how much will it result in terms of actual orders? We'll have to wait and see. Mr. Ananthakrishnan, so in defense, I guess what the government asks the armed forces what's the requirement, and then kind of bids out projects accordingly. But we have the union budget, which is just around the corner, less than 2 weeks away. And the big number there, of course, is the allocation to defense, right? Anything to your mind which we should watch out for in the budget? There has, of course, been a huge thrust on indigenization. Are there any schemes, programs to kind of boost that in your thinking from the budget perspective?
From the budget perspective, as far as HAL is concerned, as I have told that many of these orders which are likely to materialize in the short term of almost 35,000 crores, the allocation should come through by way of the advances and the various milestone payments which will become due once the contract gets signed. So we expect the budget to be comfortable for HAL, and necessary allocations will be made, so that as and when these orders materialize, we should be able to draw, our budget allocation should be in the range of around 18 to 20,000 crores from the Indian Air Force alone. So we should be able to, we expect that these orders to materialize, and necessary allocations will be made in the budget, so that we will not have any sort of cash flow issues as far as these new contracts are concerned. And we are sure that we will be able to get these allocations.
Okay, all right. Well, sir, the other niggling worry for the last many quarters and many months has been an OFS. Now, yet again, those rumors have come up that maybe in FY23 that OFS on HAL will be done. You have heard anything?
No, as I have been maintaining, we have not heard anything on OFS, and it is for the DPM to discuss. But as you could see, the performance has been quite comfortable. So the government's decision, it will all depend on the government's decision. But we have not heard anything on OFS.
Okay, all right. Thank you for that clarification. I do want to check with you on a couple of more opportunities that perhaps the street is also interested in. One of them is for cryogenic engines with ISRO. Engines that will be used as integrators for PSLV. Is there any major opportunity that you see there? The other is opportunities in combat-related medium-altitude, long-endurance UAVs. You, of course, spoke a little bit about that. But on these two fronts, anything incremental over and above the 36 to 38,000 crores that you spoke about in the next 6 months?
No, as far as the cryogenic engine facility, as you are aware, we have recently, our facilities has been opened up by the President of India, and we have got a full-fledged production facility of cryogenic engine. We are working it in collaboration with the ISRO, and as and when the orders keep coming from ISRO, we will be in a position to manufacture those engines and supply it to the ISRO. So we expect that cryogenic engine requirement from ISRO will keep growing, and that will be an add-on to our revenue. And as far as the other issue which you have raised, the second issue which you have been asking is on?
The combat-related, medium altitude, long endurance. But before that, on cryogenics, sir, if you can tell me what is the quantum? You're saying that the cryogenic engines, as and when the orders come from ISRO, you will execute it. But can you tell us what could the quantum of those orders be?
To start with, the quantum could be in the range of around 800 crores, but we expect it to keep growing as and when the requirement of ISRO keeps going up. But to start with, it will be in the range of around 700 to 800 crores. This is what we expect on the cryogenic engines. And the other part that UCAV, which we are talking about, the MALE, that is at medium altitude, long endurance, is something which we are working out with the ADE. ADE is the we are the production partners, and the ADE is almost the certification processes are going on. And once that is done, and we will start production, and the major aircraft, the UCAV will be built by HAL. To start with it, there could be some 6 limited series of UCAVs which could be built along with technology from EDE, and Bell also will be collaborating in certain of those systems. So this is the MALE UAV which we are talking about, and apart from that, the other one which we are working it out is also with we have got entered into an MOU with the IAA, Israel, for which we are under discussions, and once that will be on the HAL, that is at high altitude, long endurance one, that which the defense customers will be in the lookout. So we will probably work with that. We will be joining hands with IAA and start working on that.
All right. We'll leave it there, sir. Thank you very much for your time. Good speaking with you. Appreciate it very much here